Cattlemen from around the country work hard every single day to produce the best beef in the world. And NCBA President-Elect Bob McCann is no exception. Let's learn a little bit about him and his family operation in Victoria, Texas.
Well, I'm a fifth-generation rancher who's ranched this property here in Victoria County, Texas. And my great-great-grandfather came down here in the 1850s and established our ranch about 1877 here at this confluence of the Guadalupe and Santone River. And we've been here ever since.
In the pre-dawn hours, Bob saddles up at his family's McFadden Enterprises. It's mainly a cow-calf operation where they raise commercial purebred Brayford cattle.
They're three-quarter Hereford, 25% Brahman influenced, and we market steers, and also we sell replacement animals, replacement commercial heifers, and Brayford bulls also that we send all around the country.
Growing up in the cattle industry has given Bob a deep respect for the land and its resources. He's won several awards for rangeland management and stewardship.
Well, it's, you know, this resource that we have is just, they're not making any more of it, and it's going to be sustainable for myself and my family and my children for generations to come. We've got to take care of it, and we've got to make sure that it's going to be able to support the economies of scale, the livestock grazing, as well as our wildlife populations, our white-tailed deer and bobwhite quail, that we get a lot of revenue from also. So that's the main thing. I think it's got to maintain a viable sustainability economically as well as environmentally.
Bob's a veteran member of NCBA, and he's a past chairman of the association's policy division. That group is responsible for developing NCBA's positions on issues that are important for cattle producers. It also drives NCBA's work with lawmakers in Washington, D.C. As policy chair, Bob served as a conduit between the association and the state organizations.
If there's a state affiliate that's got a problem, you know, that regional VP is going to try to find out what the issue is. And they bring that up the ladder, and the officers and the staff will try to figure out how to do a better job there. So I think that's probably what we do best in the policy division side.
NCBA, Bob says, provides a wide spectrum of services to producers, including educational outreach, product promotion, and policy work. And those are important tools, he says, for anyone in the beef industry.
We've got a very nutritious, healthy product. There's a lot of people out there that would like the public to think otherwise. So we've got to constantly stay on top of that and make sure that the science is there and that the information is available to the consumers, and let them know what our story is. Let them know about the cattle producers out in the country.
Bob and other ranchers have been dealing with severe drought the past few years, but a big national issue, he says, is the shrinking cattle herd, and he'd like to see those numbers go up.
I think everybody is concerned that if we're not able to accomplish that, our product price may get just so high that it's not going to be as desirable on the shelf, you know, if it gets too expensive. Certainly there's a balance to find there, and you know, we've got to make sure that we don't get this herd down to where it's a real problem for the pricing. We're trying to attract different foreign markets. We don't want to have to go to those foreign markets and say our beef is going to be the most expensive beef in the world. Certainly it's the most nutritious, healthiest. They need to pay for it, but if we don't keep a pretty good balance on these populations numbers, it's going to be too expensive and they're going to go somewhere else.
By taking advantage of educational opportunities, Bob says today's cattlemen and women are better informed, and he hopes his son and the new generation of producers will be able to continue the work he's known and loved all his life.
Well, I've kind of grown up on the ranch, and this is really pretty much all I've ever done, and so I enjoy it. I enjoy the whole thing. I enjoy cattle production, and I enjoy riding, and being able to come out and spend time on the properties and see things grow. And so it's always a kind of a pleasure for me, and to be able to have the luxury to be out in the open spaces.
Reporting from McFadden, Texas, I'm Brad Bullitt for NCBA's Cattleman to Cattleman.